Hey, okay, so this is technically my second video with my face, so this is me. Um, so yeah, recently I've been talking to people about selling candy and opening like a little candy business. I I make chamoy candy. It's like a dip for fruits and stuff. So hopefully I can get that started. I need to make a few dozens of samples and go to places and give them out. I'm not sure where yet. I've been suggested to give them out at like candy shops, like already situated candy shops, and I'm just like, I don't know if that's a good idea. If I do it without their permission, I can get in trouble. And if I ask them for permission, more than likely they're not going to give me permission because they're a candy shop. And that would be taking business away from them. So not exactly in their best interest. Also, the fact that I'm not licensed. I don't have my food handler's license and stuff like that. So, I mean, I can get it. I just don't want to. And they would need that kind of stuff in order to like officially let me sell candy at their shops, so that I mean, I would be concerned if my local candy shop suddenly started selling some random person's candies, and I'd be like, I don't know if this stranger's just wanting to poison everybody in the city. That's it's a good way to do it. Candy. I wouldn't do that because candy is sacred. You do not fuck with candy. You do not fuck with food. Do not fuck with food. I don't. I don't like it when people mess with my food. You know those videos where people are like, they're taking pictures of their food. They're all like, "Oh, this is so cute," and then whoever they're sitting with is like, "Bam," or they poke their big ass ugly fingers into the people's food, and then they're laughing and they're recording them doing it, and I'm like, oh no, 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 no. And then the person either like they just like get upset or they crash out. I'm just like, crash and burn, because if someone did that to my food, oh, oh, they would get it. They would. I have bitten someone for trying to take my food away from me without my permission. It's different, like if I'm sharing my food with you, if I give you permission, I'm like, here, you can take this much. You can take this much. That's it. And then they take it, I'm just like, cool. Or if they take just a teeny bit more, I'm like, all right, I'll deal with that. But if they take too much, I'm like, now you gotta get me a new one because you took too much. But if they touch my food without my permission, no. See, I grew up poor, like poor. And I also grew up with my sibling have an eating disorder, the type of eating disorder that makes you eat too much, like anything you see. So I grew up very starved in two ways. One, I was poor, and two, I had a sibling that would take my food. So do not take my food. because I do not like that. I will bite you. There will be blood. And I will not feel remorseful if you lose a finger or 2 or 3. I'm just saying. I understand the people that crash out when you fuck with their food. I'm just saying. And what is it to you if someone's enjoying their food so much that they want to take a photo of it? How does that affect you? Now, I understand if you're eating dinner with someone, lunch, breakfast, whatever the fuck, and they stop you from eating your food to take a photo of it, then I understand. I'm just, no, you can take a photo of yours. Let me do what I want with mine. My food is my food. You can't tell me what to do with my food. But if it's their own food, they're taking a photo of it, they're not bothering you, they're not bothering your food, don't touch their food. Don't touch my food. Because then I just think it's reasonable to crash out if you touch someone's food. I feel very strongly about it in case you haven't noticed. What was I talking about? Yeah, chamoy. Okay, so I make chamoy candy to dip fruits and veggies or whatever the fuck you want to dip in it. And it's got a very interesting consistency and flavor, and I really like it. And I do mixed flavors like the cherry, strawberry, or the piña and mango, and peach flavor, peach and watermelon. I do mixed flavors. And sometimes I'm just doing one flavor, but it's always with chamoy and sometimes with chamoy and Lucas. And I was thinking about what kind of bottles I was gonna put if it should, because right now I'm having them in those little sauce containers, like for condiment sauces. But I was thinking of putting them in jars or like those squeeze bottles, and I'm not sure if I should invest in that right now because I'm not making any money on it right now. Right now I'm just making it for family, but so many of my family loves it, so I'm like, maybe. And it's funny because the people that love it are picky eaters. So I'm just like, yay, small victory, I already got the picky eaters to like it, so. And I like it. On the topic of candy, those people that the marshmallow companies, they're like the gourmet marshmallow people that they make, fancy marshmallows and ship them out to people. I've been trying to ask them to make a Lucas marshmallow, and they don't seem very interested in it. So, but I don't know how to make marshmallows, so I can't make my own. And I mean, I can. I make my old-fashioned version of it where I just melt marshmallows and mix in the Lucas in a jar. But I want a solid little cube of marshmallow with Lucas in it, because the one that I make is melted marshmallow with Lucas, and I feel like it would be a different flavor, a different consistency. But then again, if they don't properly mix the Lucas, then it'll be really grainy, I would say, when you eat the marshmallow. So maybe not. They gotta make it properly. You gotta fully dissolve it. Not the peppers, obviously you can't. Unless you no. Anyways, but yeah. I've been thinking about getting a motorcycle. Not a motorcycle, because I told my sisters that I would not get a motorcycle. So, like a motorbike, like slower and not as big and heavy and stuff. So, I was thinking of getting a motorbike. The Honda Ruckus is the one that comes up more often in my searches, and it looks really cool. I really like it, but I also don't have that kind of money right now. It's like $3,000 for a good condition one, and I think I have a little bit less than $1,000 right now in savings. So I'm gonna have to stay a little bit longer, like maybe 2 more months, 3 more months, maybe. Whatever. Just getting tired. And then this car, my dad, the car I'm in right now, my car that my dad's been borrowing, he scratched it again. Yeah, he said that the electric pole came out of nowhere. Yeah, it just poof. So there's on the driver's side door, there's like a streak on the side of my driver's side door. That's the tar that's from the utility pole. So when I first saw it, my dad hadn't told me what it like, that he hit a pole. So it was just a brown mark on my car door, and I was like, did someone rub shit on my car door? I was so grossed out. And I got some cleaning supplies, and I tried to clean it, and I was like, this isn't coming off. That's not shit. I don't know. I think it's tar. So I asked my dad, and he's like, it's tar. And I was like, okay, great. It's just gonna be there forever then. So he's trying to look into getting another car. I was like, this car, you put it through so much already. I've dinged it a few times, but you've really kind of hammered the nail in the coffin, you know. It's running on its last legs, man. So I really he needs to find another car, and I'm trying to find a bike. So I mean, I have a bike, I'm trying to find a motorbike, because riding a regular bicycle in this heat with the amount of miles I have to ride my bike, no. And then with all the hills and the non-existent sidewalks, no. That is like, I went to the Central Market, and it's a grocery store, and it's a fancy grocery store, and I didn't expect it to like, because I went on the bus with my bike, and then I hate taking the bus, by the way. I hate to take the bus. But I went on the bus with my bike, and then there's another stranger just passing by. I was like, hey. So I went on the bus on my bike, and then I didn't notice that the hours were so strange for the bus route, because I don't take the bus often. So when I finished and I was going to be coming back home, I looked at the bus route, and they were all so long. It was going to take like an hour or something for the bus to get to me, and then it was going to take an hour or something for the bus to get from where I am to my home. So I was like, no, it's going to drive me nuts being on the bus for that long. So, and then having to wait for the bus for that long. So what I did was I decided to ride my bike, because I had to ride my bike to the bus stop because I'm not on a bus stop route. So I had to ride my bike to the bus stop in order to get to Central Market, in order to get on the bus to get to Central Market. So I would have had to do the same thing back. That's why I took my bike in the first place. So I decided to take my bike all the way back because I was like, in my mind, it's not that far. I was like, I've driven here several dozens of times. I know how far it is and how close it is to my house. I was wrong. I was really wrong. Because I don't know how to convert that time and mileage to actually cycling. It was a long time. It was a very long time. And it was the roads driving in a car to that place and from that place to my house is a little bumpy, but easy. Because I'm in a car. But on a bike, there's a lot of hills. Like, a lot. And, like, there's a lot of non-existent sidewalks. And there's, like, half sidewalks. And then there's a lot of construction. So I was going to one side of the road to another side of the road. And then going like that. And avoiding people. Avoiding the construction because they were looking at me like I was trying to rob them, and I wasn't trying. My face was beet red. I'm Native American, German, Mexican, and some other stuff that I can't remember because I can't remember the ancestry DNA thing that my sisters took. So, but part of the thing is German. That's white. That means that I turn red when I get hot. And I was really hot. It was 110 degrees, maybe. I felt like 110 degrees. It felt like 120. But it was in the hundreds. I know that much. So I was riding my bike, and like I would every now and then I would get a glimpse of my face in the mirror, because I have two side mirrors on my bicycle, and all I saw was like the fucking, like, my hair is just like and then my face just being beet red. So and even when I move my hair out of my face, it'd be like and then my face was just like tomato, sweaty, dripping tomato. It's like the most unsavory looking tomato. Like, I am not an attractive person, and I'm not a thin person, so I look like a fat, ugly tomato that no one would ever want to eat. That came out wrong. Excuse me. I didn't mean it that way. I meant it in a very innocent way. Anyways, so yeah, I look gross. I looked gross. I was like, I felt like apologizing to everybody that had to see me while they were driving by me. I was like, I'm sorry. And then I was like, maybe a mile and a half. I finally got a mile and a half away from my house. I was close. I was at the finish line. I could taste it. And I started feeling dizzy. So I had to take a break. I was like, I hate starting something and taking breaks. I've been able to walk miles, without taking a break. I'll drink my water and stuff, but while I keep moving, because if I take a break, my muscles immediately start relaxing, and then immediately start like, dying. It starts hurting so bad. So I had to take a break, and I did not want to. And in the area that I was in, there's not a lot of businesses that were open for some reason. I don't know, that area. But there was an optometrist office. And I was like, salvation. Sweet, sweet rest. And hopefully AC. So I got off my bike. I walked over to the door, and I pulled the door handle, and it didn't move. It didn't move. And I immediately felt like crying. I was like, I'm gonna die on these doorsteps. I'm so sorry. But then I saw someone getting up from the window, and I saw them coming to the door, and I was like, thank you. So they came to the door, and they opened the door, and I was like, I'm so sorry to inconvenience you. If you could please let me come in and rest for a moment. I feel really dizzy, and I've been biking for the past 8 miles, and I need to rest just for a moment, please. And they said, sure, yeah, come on in, don't worry about it. So I came in, I put my bike to the side. Luckily, there was no one in the office besides the people that work there. And so I just sat on the corner, like on the edge of the seat of the sofa, and they asked me if I want some water. I was like, yes, please. I would really appreciate it. So they gave me some water. Well, they went back and got me some water, and the water was so cold. I know they say that when you're overheating and stuff, you're not supposed to drink cold water, but bitch, no. Give me the cold water, please. Please. Don't give me no hot water, please. So I got cold water, and then I drank it very slowly because I was like, I don't know if I don't want to inconvenience them and ask them for more. So I made that last for a little bit, like 3 minutes. And then I was like, I need some more water. I'm not done. I'm still hyperventilating. So I got up a little bit, and I was like, I'm so sorry to interrupt your conversation because the two ladies were talking. And I was like, can I please fill up my water bottle that's empty? I can fill it up myself if you could just point the way. And they're like, no, it's fine. I'll go fill it up for you. Just sit down. And I was like, oh, thank you. So they went to go fill it up, and they filled it all the way to the top. And they gave me a little cup of water still. I was like, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I got on my bike after resting for a few moments. I stayed maybe a total of 10 minutes because I don't like inconveniencing people. So I got on my bike, and I said thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And I left. And I got home. And immediately after getting home, I dropped off my bike and my bag, and my dad had just gone home with my car. So I was like, I'm going to take the car out real quick. I'll be right back. So he's like, yeah, that's fine. So I got in the car, and the first thing I did was I went to H-E-B, and I got 2 pink flowers. No, pink or yellow. I was debating on which one to get. I don't remember which one I got. But I remember they were really pretty. And I got 2 of them because there were 2 ladies. So I drove back to the office, and I knocked on the door, and the same lady that let me in the first time, she came to the door, and she saw the flowers, and she's like, oh, you didn't have to. And I was like, yes, I did. Yes, I did. I need you to know that I am so grateful for you, because you do not understand this area. And I am look, I am good for a long time of suffering, but the moment I go down, and I'm not getting back up for hours, okay? If I go down, that's it. I'm done. And I'll pass out, and I'll wake up a few hours later if I wake up. And in that area, I'd have been robbed. My bike would have been gone, and there was not much shade in that area, so I would have died. If they weren't open, or if they didn't decide to let me in, I would have tried to walk somewhere else. I would have passed out. I would have fried in the sun. Someone would have robbed me, taken my bike, and then my body would have been called in, and my family would have had to go to the morgue to identify me. Yeah. So I was like, I needed them to know. So I didn't tell them all that, but I was like, I need you to know that I really appreciate you. Because not everyone would have let me in. So thank you. So I gave them the roses. They were very happy. And that's it. I didn't want to bother them any more than I already had. So I just left after that. I'm just really happy. So, yeah. But yeah, I need a motorbike so that I can get home quicker. Instead of it taking hours for me to get home because my dumbass didn't want to wait for the bus. Very stubborn, so I decided to bike home, and it was a lot more difficult than I thought it was, but I'm very stubborn, so I didn't give up. So there were many points along the way. There was bus stops along the way home. But I'm very stubborn. So I didn't stop at any of them to take the bus. I just kept going. So I was like, once I get started, I need to finish it, cuz if I don't, I don't know. I guess I feel more worthless than I already do, you know? So, yeah. Anyways, I went to the club recently. Thursday. What day is it? Saturday? Well, technically Sunday. Saturday. So, Saturday, Friday, Thursday. So, yeah, 3 days ago I went, and some really pretty girl complimented my Spider-Man t-shirt. I'm not really a Spider-Man fan. I just thought the t-shirt was cool. Like, it was really cute. It was a jersey, kind of, and it was a shorter, kind of like crop top, but a little bit longer. Anyways, so I was like, she complimented my shirt. Maybe I should talk to her. I was like, this is a gay club. She might be straight, because there's a lot of straight people that go to gay clubs. I don't know why. But I was like, okay, let me just talk to her. So I went back to talk to her, and we just suddenly started dancing. I was like, okay. So then I asked her if she wanted to go to afters, and that's like after the club closes, another club is open until like 5 a.m. So she's like, yeah, but I don't really have the funds right now. I was like, it's cool. I can get you. And I was hoping she didn't bring her friend, the guy, because I was like, I want to get you, but I don't know about getting your friend because he's a guy. I was like, and I don't know you well enough yet to want to also help your friends. So, but anyways, I met with her, and I took her to the afters. It was cool, but she's also very, she gets distracted easily. So I don't like that. Also, I found I like her age also. I'm old, and she's barely able to go inside the club. So I was like, I don't know. Wait a minute. Is it worth it? I people always think I'm younger, and I'm like, I'm old. I feel 90 sometimes. I feel old. But I know I'm not that old. But also, I only attract like super old people. Like, they could be my parents or babies. Like, and by babies I mean like teenagers or like barely legal. And I'm just like, no, thank you, but no. To both, thank you, but no. So I don't want to date someone that's in their young 20s because they don't, they're still experiencing life, and they're doing a lot of crazy shit, and I don't want to do that because I already went through that phase. I was like, I don't want to experience it again. I'm good the first time. Sorry, I'm sweating. So I also don't want to date people that are too old because they usually, I don't know, maybe it's just in my city, or maybe it's just specifically the women that are attracted to me that are older are very non-committal, and they just want to bounce from woman to woman, and I don't want that. I want something consistent. I want something monogamous. I want to date someone and to be their everything, and for them to be my everything. I want them to be mine, and I want to be theirs. And I don't want them to just want me for my physical being. I want them to want all of me. Like, I want them to ask me questions. I want them to talk with me about the world and the unknown, and even politics and religion, the stuff you don't want to talk about with people. I want my partner to talk to me about that stuff. Even if we don't agree on stuff, I don't know why people always assume that you have to agree on every little thing to be in a relationship with someone. You don't. It's boring if you agree on every little thing. It's so boring. Because, I don't know. You don't have to argue just because you disagree on something, You just have a different opinion. And that's fine. It's okay. Y'all can still have a conversation about it and talk about your viewpoints on the subject. Now, that's within reason, because if you're dating someone and they're like a racist, or they're like strongly against something that you believe in, like, let's say I'm a lesbian, right? Let's say I date someone who's in the closet and a racist. I wouldn't date that. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't date someone like that because, one, I'm not a racist. I have a lot of Asian and black and white acquaintances and European acquaintances and stuff. I have a lot of different acquaintances from different races. So it's like, I don't want to date someone that's racist. And also, I don't want to date someone in the closet. I'm out. I'm open. I want you to be too. I understand, and I will respect your wishes as an individual, but also, I've been out of the closet since I was in primary school, since I was in like maybe third grade. So it's like I everybody knows. My mama, my daddy, my brother, my sister, my other sister, my grandma, cousins. I'm assuming. I know I have like a million cousins. I don't know all of them, but I'm assuming they know I'm gay because when I was a little girl, I kissed other little girls when I was a kid. I was very openly gay. I didn't know what gay was back then. I just knew that I liked girls. So I don't want to date someone in the closet because that's so frustrating. Because you're proud to be with your partner and you want everybody to know, that you're proud to be with them, and you can't. You can't. It's very frustrating. And I don't want to date someone that's freaking experimenting. They just want to try it out. No, bitch, no. I'm a fucking science project. What? So, yeah. My eye itches. Yes, this is a cross, but it is because I was a Demi Lovato fan when I was a kid. I'm not against her anymore. I still like her like earlier music, but I'm not like a fan anymore. I wouldn't say I'm a fan of anything or anyone specifically. I feel like I'm out of the I don't think I've ever really been in the celebrity phase. I think I pretended to be into celebrities because like that was what every teenager was into, and I felt weird being the only one that wasn't interested in celebrities. But to be fair, I'm not interested in anyone's life unless I like them. So, like, unless I personally know you and I am interested in you, I don't want to know about your life. And I don't understand why so many people are interested in finding out about celebrities' lives. It's like, why does it matter? You're never going to meet them. And if you do meet them, it's not like you're going to be an important person in their life or they're going to be an important person in your life. And I don't connect with the people that say that their songs saved them. I was like, some people's songs mean a lot to me, like the words. But I'm just like, 1,000 different people thought of the same words and just never said them. Or even so, they did say them, but they never became famous enough for other people to hear them. So it's like, it's not their words, it's just words that I find important. A certain string of words, certain songs. So celebrities, some of them are cute, but it's not like it matters. I'm never going to meet them. I'm never going to meet them. I don't care enough to pay lots of money to see a celebrity. That's not going to be a big part of my life. So, like, if my family member moved to the other side of the planet, I would pay money to go and see them because I love them and they're my family. I know that they're a part of my life. But some fucking random person, it's like, what the fuck do I care? Why do I care? It's like, oh, but they can sing really well. So, I know a hobo down the street that can sing really well. I can just walk down the street, give him like $5. He'll be really happy to buy some cigarettes with that. And then I can hear him sing Adele. I just don't understand it. I'm trying to pass time right here in my car because I was supposed to stay over at my my siblings' house. My dad doesn't like me driving at night, which I don't understand. Well, he doesn't like driving at night because he can't see very well at night. And I'm just like, okay, that's understandable, but I can see very well at night. I see better at night and I drive better at night because I'm more comfortable at night. There's less people on the road. I'm very comfortable driving at night. He's not. I don't know why, but he doesn't like me driving at night. So I was supposed to stay at my siblings' house, and it's not that I didn't want to, but I know that they're very busy in their lives, and I would have had to leave really early in the morning, and I don't want to bother them. So I left, and I went to the club tonight, and I danced with some people that I know, and it's funny because the people I know, they call me the candy lady, because a few years back I started, like when I first started going to the clubs, that specific club, a few years back, it was during Halloween, and I brought candy, and I didn't bring just like, that mixed bag of Hershey's chocolates and stuff, that Halloween candy. No. No. See, I've always wanted, whenever I went trick-or-treating as a kid, I was always pissed off because there was nothing but chocolate. Some gummies, some Twizzlers, mostly chocolate. I don't like chocolate. I don't like milk chocolate. Dark chocolate, dark chocolate with fruit, alright. But milk chocolate, boring. Ugh. So I was like, I want to be the cool candy lady. So during that first year that I brought candy, I brought tons of different kinds of chamoys and gummies and candies that you don't ever see when you're going to trick-or-treating. So I brought that, and I gave them away to everybody. I brought a lot. I spent a lot of money. And the first people that I gave to were the people that worked there, the security guards and the bartenders and the busboys, or barbacks, there we go. So that's who I gave it to. And then I gave it, I did that I'm sorry, I'm messing with this. I did that for like a week during October, and then during Christmas I gave candy canes, and then Valentine's Day came and I gave candy out, and then the next Halloween, the next Christmas, and I just kept doing it. And so I became the candy lady, and they expected every time I would go in, there was this guy, and his name's Renee. He's a really cool dude. And every time I go into the bar, go into the club, and he'd lock eyes with me, he'd be like, and I was like, I don't have candy tonight. I'm sorry. I'd be like, oh, okay. He's like, next time. I was like, okay. So sometimes, even when it wasn't a special occasion, I would bring a candy just for him. And this one other guy that was really obsessed with candy. So I haven't seen him in a while. But, so I became the candy lady. And then, that guy, Renee, got, engaged and got married to, this woman. And she's really cool too. Don't hate me. I haven't talked to her enough times to remember her name. It's like a handful of times, but it takes a long time for me to remember someone's name. And she's really fucking cool, though. They look fucking adorable together. Like, so, she started calling me the candy lady. And then they invited me to the bachelor, no, not the bachelor, the wedding, the after wedding party at the club. And then they invited me to his birthday at the club, and I was like, okay. So tonight, that's who I danced with, the people that call me the candy lady. So so it was really cool. For some reason, I have to be really drunk or to open up and dance with people and stuff, be goofy. But for some reason, I don't know, she's really easy to be chill with. So even though I'm not drunk or high, like today I was totally 100% sober, and I was still being able to sing and dance with her. So that was really cool. I like hanging out with them. I wish that we could hang out more, but they've got kids, and also they like going to concerts and stuff, and I'm not a concert person. It's too loud. I don't really like loud, noisy stuff. I get migraines easily, so. But it was really cool hanging out with them. I enjoyed it. And then I went to this other place called the Clover Club, and they sell. There's dispensary / club thing, so they were playing, just music on the stereo, and they had these really cool sofas, and there's this one setup where there's two nice sofas, and there's a table in the middle with a chessboard and little pieces, and I was like, I like that place, and I like chess. I'm not great at chess, but I like chess. So I went in. They gave me my band. I sat down and I set it up, and I started playing chess with myself. And about 30 minutes after that, the guy that works there, he's the general manager or something, and he's like, and I was like, yeah, come on. So I was almost done with my own game anyways. I was winning against myself. No, I was losing. Yeah, I was winning and losing. So we set up the game and we started playing, and then he said that he was gonna start streaming, and I was like, okay. So I was giving him some advice. Who am I to give advice, right? With my little following, my non-existent following, and my low viewership. It's not that I don't know how to stream, it's that I'm not good at streaming. There's the difference. It's like some people can, they can teach, but they can't do. So I was giving him some tips and stuff, and I was like, he'll be good, he'll be fine, and so I was after a while, his girlfriend came, and I was like, okay, so it's almost time for closing, because his girlfriend came to pick him up. So after his girlfriend came, though, luckily for me, because after his girlfriend came, his mind was like, I think, distracted with how, like, he's like, my beautiful girlfriend's here, let's pay attention to her. His brain is like, so it wasn't 100% on the game, and I won. He kept making little mistakes, and I was like, let me just take advantage of this. Hey, it's not my fault he was distracted. So that was his girlfriend's fault. So I took advantage of that, and I won the game. And then I was like, good game. So I left. Now I'm here. And I am really, really hot. It's been a while. It's been 47 minutes and 38 seconds in my car without AC because I'm doing this video. I know you're not going to watch all this. I don't give a shit. It's for me. So itchy. When it gets itchy, when I get sweaty, I get itchy, and I don't like it. Anyways, that's it. I can't think of anything else to talk about right now. I think I'm just too hot and sticky, and I don't like being hot and sticky, and I don't like salt going into my eyes. I just want to cool off in the AC. Besides, my phone's about to die and I need to charge it. But I will stream again. I will post another video at another time. I don't know when. Maybe a few days. Maybe not. It could be tomorrow. I don't know. Could be later on tonight. Fuck if I know. Anyways, thank you for watching this. Thank you for giving me the time of day. I hope you have the life you deserve. Good night.